Hey everybody, it is Wednesday. That's right, which means new Geek Stuff off the cuff day as well as new comic book day. So if you are not getting your comic books yet, make sure to do so. Go visit your local comic book shop. I know I say that every week, but I want to encourage you guys, don't not do that. That means that you need to. That's how this whole process works. This is Jared checking in once again, letting everybody know what's going on this week on the show. We're kind of scaling it back. We're bringing it back old school with just Tony and myself, sitting down with a couple microphones, a couple beverages. I think our beverage choice was like a Diet Coke and maybe a Mountain Dew. And that's about the extent of as crazy as we get. I also want to let you guys know, go check out a new blog. Well, it's not even really new. Geeking in Indiana. GeekingInIndiana.com. It is written by a good friend of the show. His name is Tony, also known as Anthony. That's his proper name, Anthony. He's got a great blog that he hits up almost every day, sometimes every other day, but the dude's on top of it. It's a good read, keeps you in line of what's going on and what's happening. Letting you guys know what's happening within the world of the nerd. That's what's happening. My shout out for comics you should be reading is Henchmen. Henchmen is a great book. Our friend Brian has created it, and he is running with this sucker and doing a great job with it. Check them out at henchmancomic.com. This episode, Tony and I take some time to sit down and chit-chat about Avengers: Age of Ultron. So sit back, relax, unless you're driving, in which case pay attention for Geek Stuff off the cuff. So welcome back to Indiana.
Yeah, thanks. It's good to be back now. I got so excited I couldn't speak. I heard that I missed some pretty terrible weather.
No, you didn't. It's Indiana. This is
some pretty average weather then.
Pretty normal for everything that we do in Indiana.
Listen, since I've been back, the weather's been beautiful. So you're welcome for me coming back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to talk to you. This is weird, by the way. The last 2 months have all the shows have been convention-based. We've been out. We've been about. We've been talking with other folks. We've been talking with celebrities. We've been talking with fans. We've been talking with anybody and everybody that just will give us a free moment. And today, it's just us.
It's like the rock band going out on tour and then coming back home and sitting down and be like, okay, the madness is over. Take a breath. Is this show going out next week?
It could.
Because we just put out the 24th episode. It's kind of a milestone. The big 25th episode.
The big 25. My goodness.
That's a milestone.
That's weird.
That's serious business there.
That feels awkward.
It does.
It feels very awkward.
Well, I got you a cake, so.
Oh, cool.
No big deal.
That's what that giant cake is behind your back. I'm going to pull up the old episodes real quick.
Okay.
Because that's really wild.
I do go back and listen to some from time to time, and it's kind of interesting to hear. Honestly, we haven't changed a whole lot. We've been just kind of chatting since the get-go, but it's kind of entertaining to hear how things have changed and just kind of think back to where we've recorded. We've recorded here, we record at conventions, we record at my place and things. It's just interesting to think back and be like, this has been going on for a little bit now. So,
yeah. What was the first one? Oh boy.
We talked about something goofy.
It was in my old office.
Yep.
It was in the old office. And I don't even know. I probably have it on the website. Well, maybe I have it on the website. I probably don't have it on the website actually, which is sad. But
the very first one?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the very first one's on.
I can find it on Stitcher.
The website. Well, that's because we're available on Stitcher.
Yes, that's where I listen.
And they're not paying us anything.
Wah, wah.
Oh, that's sad. So sad. Actually, I might have it.
Now it's a race now.
October 22nd.
Yes. Yeah, the beginning of it all is what you have it called here.
Yeah.
The beginning of it all.
I actually do have it on the website. Wow, I can't believe I put all of them on there.
Sounds so serious. What originally didn't have a name. We were probably just chatting it up, I guess. There, so
I'm almost positive the first 5 minutes are the worst recorded audio conversation ever, because it was simply us going. I remember saying officially official.
official.
Yeah, this is officially the official first. And when I re-listened to it, I was like, "Nah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
That's the worst possible thing."
I'm gonna have to listen to that one on the drive home now, because I remember episode 2 is where we started talking about the stories that we liked. This is where we were talking about Challenge of the Unknown and all that jazz.
You brought in your books,
right? And then from there, it kind of launched into a little more dedicated stuff. But yeah, that first one was probably pretty open ended,
I think we honestly sat down.
Yeah.
We opened up the case, we pulled out the microphones, and we just said, "Here we go."
Yeah.
And that's literally what we did.
Sometimes in life, you just got to jump in and just like, let's do it. This is happening.
You know, that's funny. I was talking to my friend Mandy, who
Yep.
used to work down at the Indianapolis Library.
Okay.
And she wants to start up her own business.
Oh.
And we had lunch today, and we were talking about it, and she's like, What do you think?" And it's pretty wildly known that I'm the serial entrepreneur of Indiana. I kind of get into a little bit of everything. But she said, should I do it? Should I not do it? And that was the exact same thing that I told her. I was like, if there's nothing holding you back from doing something that you're passionate about. She's 28 years old. She's married. Her husband's got a great job. And they're okay financially.
Yeah.
So for her to quit her job to pursue something that she's really passionate about, I was like, you need to go for it.
Yeah.
You just need to do it, because if you don't, you're going to look back 3 years down the road and go, either one, I should have done this sooner, or two, I tried it. It didn't work out the way that I hoped. And at least I gave it a shot. Yeah.
Life lesson or whatever. Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah. I mean,
so hopefully I say all that.
Yeah.
With hopes that she decides that she's going to go for it. But
Indiana's first elephant training program.
Mobile elephant.
I love it.
Yeah, mobile elephant. They will come out to your house where your elephants are.
I love it. Mandy's Dandies is what they'll call it.
Oh, my.
Mandy's Dandies.
So, good luck to her.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
So 25 episodes.
Yeah.
I kind of want to say 25 years, but I stopped myself from saying that.
Silver anniversary.
25, man. And that's October 22nd.
So about
November,
6 months.
December, January, February, March. 5 coming up on 6 months.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, dude.
I'm excited that we got 20. Like, once we get 50, we're going to do something cool, because that'll be like a year.
You're right.
And then when we hit 100.
Oh, man. It's party time at the White House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to get 2 cakes.
We're going to get, yes. Oh, my. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I know. Anyway.
2 cakes.
So you went down to Florida.
Yeah. So we were down there for a wedding. Emily, my wife, was a bridesmaid in a wedding.
Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back. We haven't, like I said before, we haven't really sat down and talked one-on-one about anything that's coming up. And there's a lot of stuff that's happening in all kinds of geeky worlds.
Yep.
We were chit-chatting before we started recording. We're like, what are we gonna hit on? And I think that we would do ourselves an injustice if we didn't, at least for a little while, talk about Avengers.
Yeah.
We have not talked about Avengers, Age of Ultron, the entire time that we've ever had this podcast.
Yep.
I think we talked about it maybe a smidge way back.
Well, it's for a long time. It's felt like even since the first Avengers movie came out, it's just been assumed that there's another one coming, and then it officially got announced, and it's like, okay, but it's still years away, and it's just always for so long felt like it's on the horizon. It's out there. It's coming eventually, but it's out there, way out there. And now we're like a month away, but it's still, to me, it still felt like it's still way out there, whatever. So I don't know why that is, but yeah, I'm still personally, I'm lamenting the fact that our local theaters are not going to give me the mega movie experience that I wanted, that I saw online, that is happening in some other select theaters. There are.
And how much does that cost?
$70.
$70.
But listen, for $70, and this is only happening in, like, I think L.A., New York. There's not a Chicago, because I thought about going up there, but there's like L.A., New York, Austin, Texas, things like that. But for $70, they're going to show literally every Marvel Cinematic Universe movie that has been made. They're going to start Wednesday at noon with, what was the first one? Iron Man, I guess. So Iron Man kicked it off, and then
was it Iron Man or was it Hulk?
They have Iron Man listed first.
Okay.
Because I guess Hulk maybe come next, but Hulk was not nearly as prominent. But it did still have references to Stark Technologies, Stark Industries, and things like that. So,
are they leaving out the Ang Lee Hulk?
They are. They're only doing the Norton Hulk.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That makes sense then.
Yeah. But yeah, they're showing all the Iron Mans, the Thors, the Captain Americas, Guardians, going straight through from Wednesday at noon, culminating in Thursday at like 6 p.m. with Age of Ultron. But it's like that's a lot of movie watching all night.
You're gonna get hungry. You're gonna have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean they've got a captive. I would almost think, I mean like $70 I guess for however many movies. That's like what, like 12, 13 movies. I mean that's not a bad price. But I would,
if you can take off like 3 days for vacation.
Yeah. But I would almost think that they could make the tickets even cheaper because they know, like you said, they're going to have a captive audience who are going to buy concessions. And, you know, they should, like if a place like Studio Movie Grill did
my goodness, yes.
It'd be over.
They would kill it.
They could
just for their movie.
Cook
just
breakfast
for the
and, yeah.
They should. So there you go. Studio Movie Grill. Do it.
Please.
Do it now. Please.
We'll come record a live podcast.
Yeah, of us going, ooh.
Oh, did you see that? Ooh, ah.
Ooh,
But yeah, no, I'm excited for Age of Ultron. I think there's Joss Whedon. He does a good job of obviously keeping a bigger story in mind, but I think he's also going to have some surprises, things that have not been leaked. I think there's going to be some legitimate things that people don't see coming in this movie, which is awesome.
I've purposely attempted over the last couple of years to not look at stuff online, if at all possible. Like there's some pictures online about somebody dressed up like Spider-Man walking around with Joss and Aaron, who played Quicksilver, and I'm just like, I kind of want to go back to that old mentality of no, you show up and you watch and you get surprised, and that's the cool moment is when you're sitting there, and then after the second after credit scene or whatnot, all of a sudden you just hear that thwip, 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 and then Spider-Man lands, and then Tony turns around and says, "What took you so long?" or whatnot. Such something stupid like that.
Sure.
But just not knowing that was coming, that would be the killer for me.
Well, and for a long time through this promotional stuff for this movie, they have been, I think, trying to do that with certain things, but then now certain things have been revealed as they had to have been along the process. And I think because there's so much, not only PR, but there's so much peripheral stuff with the movie with toys and tie-ins, and you know, the Audi is the official car, you know, their cars in the movie and things like that. So in fact, Audi is one of the reasons why we know so much about a character that I didn't like. They were purposefully not showing Vision, because for a long time they weren't showing Vision, and you could see like on the most recent poster, Vision was up in the air, but like the sun was like blocking out his features, like you couldn't see. But then Audi released a newspaper ad, or a magazine ad of their car, and Vision was in it. And then,
was he?
Right, and then this.
I haven't even seen that yet.
Yeah, you've got here on your desk, you've got a pop vinyl of Vision, and I didn't even. This is about the clearest look that I've gotten at Vision so far. I mean, I know that Paul Bettany's playing it, you know, I understand Vision, and this is a pretty significant departure from the classic Avengers Vision visually, which is okay.
Yeah, with the what is it, the purple? Right,
purple and gold, or purple and green. But I'm glad they kept the cape, which is cool. So, but yeah, the fact that Vision has been so minimized, because he's for a long time has been a pretty significant part of the classic Avengers in the Marvel comic universe. The fact that they've kept it so quiet for so long makes me think that there's going to be something big going on with him, like to set up. I don't know if it's going to be setting up like the Infinity War, you know, or you know, something with Thanos or something bigger. But I feel like there's going to be something bigger with him going on. Did you find it over there? Or?
No, I've pulled up photos from Audi, but there is nothing in here that says anything. And Audi was a huge sponsor in what was that? The first Avengers.
Right.
Because I remember when I got to see a special advanced screening of it through my friend Rob, he bought an Audi, or no, he didn't buy an Audi, but he was on their list for some reason. And he said, "Hey, you want to go check it out?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Duh.
And when I got there, Audi was running all over the place saying, "Hey, you can't take any pictures, you can't do this, you can't do that, whatnot." Right. And there's a very prominent shot in the first Avengers where It's right after the big New York destruction scene
Right.
starts happening,
Yes.
and boom, there's a solid 5-second shot of the backside of an Audi
Right.
vehicle.
Isn't that what Stark and Banner drive away in?
No, it was a
Or is
different
that
car. It was like
okay.
more of like an SUV type of a
I
feel.
gotcha.
But it was the first prominent shot for Audi.
Yeah.
And everybody freaked out. They were just all going nuts and clapping and whatnot. And I'm like, oh gosh,
Right.
no. And I'm laughing at all like the cool little nerd things, and everybody's like, ooh, look at that car, look at that car over there. I'm like, no, this is you're all dumb. Everybody here is dumb except for me. So,
That's fair.
no, I can't find it. I'm not too worried about it. Like I said,
Maybe the image hasn't been released yet, but I know that I was reading a news article about it, and they were talking about how that was kind of the people's first look at like Vision. So
Oh, that's okay. I would be very content not seeing him until we get to the movie. So,
Yeah.
what I'm also wondering is how they're going to power the whole thing. Now, I've read some different things online, because if you're familiar with the comic book series, the Infinity Gauntlet takes 6 different gems, 6 different stones in order to more or less activate it. And Vision has got a yellow. In the comics, what was it? It was a yellow crystal of some sort, or I forget exactly what it was, but it was a key factor in making Vision.
Right.
And what I'm wondering is if that's going to be part of the whole, shebang about what's going on.
yeah,
And if it is, I think that'd be a cool tie-in, because that'll connect the whole Infinity Wars.
Right.
They've already released, what is it, 4 of the soul gem, or 4 of the gems?
I believe so. Yes, with Guardians. Guardians had the 4th one, because there's one. There's the one in Guardians. There is the Tesseract is one. The part of Loki's staff is one, and then there's the Aether, or the Ether, or whatever, the Aether from the second Thor movie, which in the post-credits scene is when the 2 Asgardians went to give that to the Collector, and that kind of started to tease the Guardians thing.
Right. So the Tesseract was a space gem.
Right.
That was in that was in Captain America.
Yes.
Aether was that's the reality gem.
Yep.
And that was in the second Thor.
Dark World. Yep.
Yep. Let's see here. Staff.
Right.
The staff. That's right.
Right.
That Loki had.
staff, which I believe is still on Earth. And I read something. Again, I've been trying, like you, not to read a whole lot of it.
Sure.
But I've read that that's part of what makes Ultron turn from doing what he's supposed to do to being way more self-aware than he should have been. Was that he was connected somehow to the staff.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But and the staff still is. There was a trailer that shows Tony, I think, picking up the staff.
Right.
And then the orb from Guardians of the Galaxy was the power. So it looks like they're doing some sort of a trend with Thanos.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, THANOS, T for Tesseract, A for Aether, S for O for orb, and then S for staff. It could be a total coincidence. It really could be, but that still leaves H and N, and that would be the reality gem and what was it? The soul gem. Now, in Guardians of the Galaxy, if you noticed in Guardians of the Galaxy, there was an egg that was in one of the chambers.
I noticed.
I saw that. I
know what's inside it.
Yeah, but and they confirmed it. They confirmed that Warlock.
Yep.
Adam Warlock was in there, and and then at the end, that the egg was broken open. So he had the soul gem, I believe, didn't he?
I'm not sure if he's in possession of it, or if he was at one point. He very well could be, because he's obviously a big part of the bigger cosmic universe. I'm not exactly sure.
I'm pretty positive he had the soul gem, but that just leaves the reality gem. Now, hang with me here.
Yeah.
So the mind gem was blue.
Yep.
And that's the gem that's in the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Time gem, which is still out there.
Yep.
Well, hang on. Reality. So mind, power, reality, time,
soul and time,
and soul
still
and space. Okay. So they all make sense until you get to time and you get to soul. So if soul is with Warlock.
Yeah.
I'm really feeling that time in some form or fashion might be incorporated, because it's normally like a yellowish color, might be Vision's little forehead thing that's going on right there.
It could be.
So I'm just I think it's way too early to be able to call it out and just say, hey, that's what's going to happen. But for my completely uneducated guess and thought process of, hey, is this how they're going to connect everything together? Then by golly, that's what I'm thinking. So
it could be. There's still. It's very clear that we are. There are some pieces that are purposely missing from what we've been told, which, and rightfully, is absolutely 100% the way it should be.
Oh yeah.
The other big thing that's happened here over the last few days, I don't know if you've heard about this, is that Marvel, as they get closer to the red carpet premiere and all this jazz, Marvel released a list of celebrities that were in the film that are going to be available for press stuff on the red carpet, and then there was obviously a list of the people, like the crew, special celebrity guests, things like that. But in the from the film section, the section of celebrities from the film on their list sheet that they sent out to media, were two names that nobody had seen before. Linda Cardinelli, who has been on ER and Freaks and Geeks and things like that, and then Julie Depley. They're both, good actresses, but they haven't said what they're going to be playing. So there was just an update just this afternoon. I was just reading it now. So yes, I know, it's literally Marvel reissued the red carpet invite again this afternoon, and this time Linda Cardinelli was moved from the film category over to the special guest category. So she may not be in the film. That might have been like a legit typo, or they may be trying to backtrack and keep something safe. I don't know. Like, they're all talking about what it might be. I mean, obviously it's pure speculation at this point. Everybody's got their own ideas about who they might be playing and things like that. But to have two relatively decently known actresses not be mentioned at all in any advanced PR stuff does make you wonder what we're going to see.
That'll be fun.
Absolutely.
That's the stuff that I like.
That's the way it should be.
Yes.
Like, I didn't know that Bill Murray was in Zombieland until I got invited to an advanced screening for that. And mind was blown. Like, if I had known that Bill Murray, I would have been watching for him the entire time. But my mind was blown when I saw Bill Murray.
Stuff.
It was so cool.
That's how it should be, folks.
Yes.
That's what should happen.
Yes.
Is you should just not tell anybody anything and then start that rumor mill. Because that was always my favorite part about seeing certain movies was, oh my gosh, did you see that one part? No, I missed it. Oh, okay, you need to go back and see it again, or whatever else.
Right.
Yes. Oh, man. That's going to be good. May 1st, 2015 is when Age of Ultron comes out.
It is officially less than a month away.
It is.
Amazing.
Oh, man. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Those that are listening, May 1st is a Friday. I have a planning meeting that night at 6:00. Son of a gun. No, wait, on Thursday.
The Thursday night at midnight. But
they're going to show an earlier one.
Yes. Okay.
Jessica and Jordan, right. I know you're not listening to this, but listen.
You're going to get bumped.
You've got to work with me here, my friends.
You're going to get bumped.
You're not going to get bumped. I promise you're not going to get bumped.
Is this Jessica and Jordan? This is Jared Wade. I can't talk tonight. I can't meet.
I've come down with something. Jared, are you coming? Yeah, hang on. I gotta rest.
I got a bad case of Avengersitis.
Avengericity. It hurts. And then I would see them at the showing.
Yes,
one time when
miraculous, right? Where you got some geek.
I felt better. I got better.
You turned me into a newt.
Oh my goodness. Well, if anybody wants to go watch it, reach out to us. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Facebook. Let us know where you're going to go see it at, and we'll do a tweet up. We'll all go together and we'll check it out. I don't know if anybody has any preferences into movie theaters. I'm a big fan of the Metropolis 18 out in Plainfield, Indiana. It's close by my house, granted, but they actually just upgraded a lot of their seats, and they've done a lot of nice things. So anybody that wants to go check that out, we'll have a little group and we'll all go out together.
I'd like to. I wonder how many. I mean, I'm assuming this
Not
is going to be one of
you
those.
Can't go.
That's
everybody.
I wasn't going to go to Plainfield Poopy Pants 18 anyways. So
that's a way to be mature about it.
Yeah, well, Poopy Pants. No, yeah, there. I would like to see it in IMAX. I think. I mean, it's not a requirement, obviously, but I'm sure it's going to be on every IMAX screen in town that weekend. It'd be interesting. I don't know if have you been to the Studio Movie Grill up on the Northwest Side?
I have.
That's a cool place to watch movies too.
I'd be down for going there.
Yeah.
That's a solid. I can't do IMAX. I have stigmatism in
Too
my
big?
in my eyes, and well, just one basically.
Yeah.
And the glasses that you have to wear,
Yeah.
it makes it worse for me.
That sucks.
So there's not even a point for me to try to go watch it. So
Wow. Okay. Well, the other good thing about Studio Movie Grill too is that I am familiar business-wise with their manager, so maybe we can just talk to him about a little pre-show podcast, a live recording, and
they would not do that.
Maybe out in the hall, not in the theater.
You guys have what? You guys have an internet radio show? What's going on with that?
Listen, we're just going to bring some big boom mics and maybe a small, like 7 or 8 cameras to get every angle.
And they're only going to be focused on the audience from behind.
Yes.
Right over their heads. Nothing illegal about this at all.
This is called, it's not a podcast, it's a nodcast. I want to see them nodding when they get the jokes in the movies. So, the nodcast.
All right, Avengers, May 1st, 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out. Find us online, and we'll go along with you, and we'll check it out.
Do it.
The other comic stuff that I kind of wanted to talk about before we wrapped up this episode, this one kind of went pretty quick actually, was did you see the new Deadpool?
Yeah.
The Ryan Reynolds and Mario Lopez.
The R-rated release thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so my viewpoint, and if Derek is listening to this, and he's probably not, my viewpoint on Deadpool is I love the character.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that it was a perfect casting call to have Ryan Reynolds in it.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody's doing stuff with Deadpool now. Like,
you're right.
For some reason, he's become oversaturated.
He's the new it boy right now.
He's taking over the Wolverine market.
Yeah.
Where it used to be in the late 90s, Wolverine was everywhere, and through the 2000s when the movies came out, he kind of reemerged and came back out and whatnot. Yeah. But what happened is Deadpool came out, and now they're just pushing him everywhere. I know Brian Posehn and what is his writing partner's name? Brian Posehn did a run, and it kind of brought him back to life, so to speak. And they've done all kinds of stuff where he got married, and now he's died and whatnot. Mm-hmm. I'm excited about the movie, but I'm more excited about all the little things like what they did with Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
Because that fits Deadpool more than the actual movie.
Sure.
Because he will break that fourth wall. He will just do that left field chimichanga crap that nobody else knows about.
Right.
That's what I like about Deadpool. Not the fact that they're making the movie. I could care. I mean, the movie could be 30 minutes long, but if they do a whole bunch more stuff like what they did with Mario, that is the Deadpool that I would appreciate.
Be very cool. Just this afternoon, somebody posted. Yes, again, more just this afternoon. I saw it on Facebook. Somebody posted pictures of the first look of Reynolds as Deadpool without the mask on. There were somebody was by a back alley where they were shooting and snapped a few pictures, and it's clear he's got some kind of prosthetic on his face, not nearly as bad as the horribly scarred and disfigured, burned Wade Wilson that everybody knows from comic book land, but there's definitely something on his face you could kind of see. So it'll be interesting to see how, because you don't want to take Ryan Reynolds, a very bankable actor, and then slap some crap on his face. You know, I mean, you're not gonna.
Well, as long as they don't do anything to his, I guess, the rest of his body, then the ladies will be fine.
Well, they did the same thing in Green Lantern. They gave him like the tiniest little mask and known to man. They're like, we're not gonna cover up that much. Keep the real estate at bay.
We know what's gonna bring the lady then. Yeah. And it's when he takes off his pants. That's exactly what happens. Anything else you want to talk about in the comic book world? The last time we talked about movies was episode 3.
Wow.
Episode 3.
Really?
Yep. And that one was that was late. That was when we talked about Black Panther and some other movies.
Okay.
But Ant-Man's getting ready to come out. Avengers: Age of Ultron is the next one. Those are the two for this year.
Right.
And we'll see where everything leads. But
I know the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 James Gunn, the director, has completed his spec script and turned it into Marvel as of last week.
Oh, wow.
So the story is solid as long as Marvel approves it. They're going to start moving forward with it. So.
And they need to.
Absolutely.
I'm starting to feel like production companies are realizing, listen, let these guys do what they're supposed to do.
They're finely tuned. The internet more than ever lets them get feedback, and these guys grew up as fans. I mean, they clearly, and James Gunn clearly knows what he's doing. I've long enjoyed his movies. Super, was a phenomenal movie, and I mean, he's wonderful. Slither, another great James Gunn movie. Just they shouldn't even be looking at this too much. Like they should just be ready to just get the approved stamp.
Look at the first page. Look at the last page.
Yes.
Groot's both. Okay, we're
Right,
good to go.
Good? Okay.
He was their moneymaker. I know it is. I guess let's see here. So if this is going out next week, then next weekend, and you'll probably hear about this in one of the little plug things that I do at the beginning. But HoosierCon.
Mm-hmm.
HoosierCon is going to be April 17th, 18th, and 19th. If you don't know anything about HoosierCon, I feel bad for you. They're actually a good group of guys. It's going to be at the Wyndham Indianapolis West Hotel. So if you know where the old airport is at here in Indianapolis, then you know exactly where the Wyndham Indianapolis West is at. HoosierCon is for you gamers of all forms and fashions and whatnot.
Yep.
Tony's getting ready to go down to where are you going? Down in Greenwood?
Game Preserve.
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
He's going down there to get sleeves and spend $20 on a box for Star Realms.
No, I probably won't buy that. We'll see.
Or Star Realms is listening and they want to send us a couple boxes for being such a supportive podcast of their gaming system.
We do need to talk to those guys though. They, when I was on the Twitch live chat when they updated, and we got a couple of shouts back and forth, and they seem like very nice guys. I would love to chat with them. So
let's get them in here. HoosierCon is all about gaming, so head on out there, have fun. And then the Independent Show is the 19th. So HoosierCon is 17th, 18th, and 19th. Mm-hmm. Independent is just the 19th. And I believe it's from like 10 to 5, if I remember correctly. And the cool thing for everybody is it's at the same location.
Yes.
So go check out the games for HoosierCon, but then right around the corner is the Independent Show.
Right.
So if you just want to go Sunday, I don't think they're going to complain about that. You can see 2 different shows. If I were you, I would go at least one extra day, Friday and or Saturday for HoosierCon. Mm-hmm. You're going to get a chance to play all kinds of fun, cool games, try out something new. I think myself and Tony are going to be there. I don't think we're going to be there every day. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be there Sunday. Are you going for Gore Score?
I will be there. Yes, I'll be there Sunday as a vendor at Independent, and I'm also doing a demo. I'm helping at the demo table. I'm talking about some breaking into writing, submissions, things like that, editing, just kind of a general overview for independent creative writing. I personally will not be able to be at HoosierCon Friday and Saturday because Saturday is my wife's birthday, and Friday we have some stuff planned as well. So I will definitely be there all day Sunday. Gonna run the
Friday is the ceremonial all-day birthday lovemaking. Congratulations!
Do what you gotta do. Yeah,
it happens, man.
It's baby making time.
God.
Tony Jr. is not going to spawn itself.
Are you going to name your kid Tony Jr.?
Yes, if it's a boy, absolutely.
Will you really?
Yeah.
Emily will not allow you to do that.
It's already decided. We already have boy and girl names preset, and that was because she got a girl's name that she likes. So I'm like, well, if it's a boy, it's Anthony Christopher Schaab Jr. DJ TJ in the house. You know that's happening. You know it's real.
And when he's breastfeeding, he's saying, I'm on the 1s and 2s.
Yep. Wiggity.
Well, happy birthday, Emily. Her birthday's on the 18th if you want to give her any shout-outs on Twitter or Instagram. Actually, she's not on Twitter, so you can only do it on Instagram.
She's on Twitter. Emily C. Schaab.
Rarely.
Yeah, you're right. She doesn't use it much, but
that's right. She's barely ever on it. That's also Heavy Trash Day for those of you that live in Plainfield.
Wow.
You never know. Maybe there's a Plainfieldian that's out there. And I've just now helped them out by saying the 18th and the 11th is Heavy Trash Day.
Gonna get my old love seat out there.
You should. Bring it on down. All right, Tony, thank you, my friend. Have an enjoyable rest of your day,
You too.
and we'll catch you next time.
Achoo!